Mmaa ya Abosom. Hey, nipa one ne tia busumi bia no hwe mojagu. Ukobu ne kwasea ama ne di ne sika no aduane ama wadi. Usi dan wi a osusi kanim. Emema no mumbe bebre ma nhwe ya ma wie ye nyefe. Ema nya nkrofo a yebu won kwasea. Ema nya omu ya abosomfo. Women see blood every day. One sheye emoja no be cassette ya wo ye be ma ha emu oba bia kwasea. What they deserve, give it to them so that God can bless and prosper you. Meka kosi se bema bia wo ni sika nchen wo yire no ompai bonya nwie peye. Sorry, never umpire, because as a married man, you have to have more than the house so that you can be a man, you can be a father, and you can be the husband of your home.
Keep watching. Mofantulos and TV. Keep watching. Don't change it. Keep watching. Don't change it. Keep watching. Don't change it. And Wanilos and TV.
Sedebia sewushia will be when you meet somebody, and especially if you want to take your relationship to the next level, there is something that we underestimate. That is the Spirit of God in us. Everything around you can fail you, but the Spirit of God in you shall never fail you. The Bible declares that the Spirit of God bears witness with our spirit that we are the sons of God. I believe that one thing that helped Mommy locate me and give it to me when I had one bed, one chair, and one TV stand was because she had the Spirit of God in her. At that particular time, I could, on top of my head, remember about 2 or 3 people that were in our group who also wanted to marry her. They had better parents, they were in better schools, they had better opportunities, but I had come out of school, I had nothing. So in the physical sense, they were more qualified than I was to be a husband to her. But then she had the Spirit of God to understand. Say, me shebe ma me pese mene ne bobra. Enye de ne ma me wo bia na se de ne ma me ne bi. Me hunu se kwabana du jamfi ene obi a da achen obeye nipa kese. Me kai ye sha ase no. There was a young man whose father was very rich, was always changing BMWs from Mercedes-Benz. My name is Okaya. Now the papa was kappa. The father was very rich. This man went to an extent of saying, he said, na sa ankrofo ya anko squid ye wan pa ba na be ware no. Samre no se uniania Kristo Yesu honhom ati mu ebedi adanse a kyerwa. Obefo say he was the best candidate for her. Obeka se me kra de na menka ho. Isanse me de na miniska de to atare. I had no money for clothes. I had no money for shoes. I was not living in a flat. I had nothing. But I believe that she had the Spirit of God in her. Ladies and gentlemen, don't be driven by the social media. Be driven by the Spirit of God. The greatest danger for this generation is that we want already made people and already made things. And so when they are already made, you cannot have ownership of them. Be part of the process that made them so that you can have ownership of the man or the woman you get married to. I quite remember when I first met Mommy, I could not even afford a Burberry bag for her. I quite remember when she traveled to England the second time, she worked for the first time. She worked Primark and answer him. Well, yeah, Juma, yes, can or the koto Burberry bag. But I'm saying, hey, obey, why are you na metomano? But me can makuma muse, me manem fancy can to bag bill because me also pa de pa, up a bag pa. It is say on what me a family. The fact that she's been able to accept me in my state, she had so much ownership of whatever grace and blessings the Lord had given to me. Maybe 25 years ago, if I had come to tell you I want to marry you, you'll have looked at me from the head to toe and said, nope, where is your car? Where is your house? Where is your church? I had nothing. Like Jesus said, the Bible says that there was no comeliness in him, but that men could desire him. But there was something she had, the Spirit of God in her, that could embrace a nobody like myself. They could have a car, but when the Spirit of God in you rejects them, don't force yourself and think that your destiny is built up in the car. Very soon, when you are married, you realize that a car is nothing. When you get married, you realize that a house means nothing. When you get married, you realize that the only thing that matters most is ownership, whether you are part of what made the person who they are or you are not part of. I encourage you all that ownership should be your anchor in the area of deciding who your future wife or husband should be. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daddy. Please.
I think there is a second question that we have to answer. She asked a question.
Yes.
I don't think there's a limit to sacrifice. Once one decides you have to sacrifice every day of your life, because love is sacrifice. I think it's just as simple as that.
But mommy, now sacrifice you the kind of grow. What sacrifice from? I'm saying we dated for 8 years, right? And then got married. And think what sacrifice 8 years? I worry 25 years now. Be seen the pan. Can also sacrifice here. Catch the young. Can be seen and can also sacrifice.
You're not talking about financial sacrifice, are you? Sacrifice in general.
Mommy, I actually cited an example regarding taking care of the home. So the current trend is that munya worry and asa mo trempana na munya worry ekra no. Na be ban da show asese me no worry a. Wona be no aduane nko akobe me so obewu. Onu so be si dan. Edan no so bi amusi ba akopa. Wasi awie. However, aduane de obedi sa no every day 3 square meal. As Christian women, should we come to that agreement with our men? Say, men wear jamming kwa, also sit down. Because, mommy, it is happening so frequently. And then, I don't know, the papa a woman no Mmaa Boateng there. Say, the Boateng kwa neba Boateng mayete. Because midways, the man is sucking the woman with the children. We sit down there, we also, she didn't even contribute anything. But now, they were this, say, or Pamono, none of the say, where did you?
If there's that agreement, say, who ye Johnny Messi Daya, and so making sure say would be paper so. And no two ways about that. But apart from that, I don't know, but from where I'm coming, there's nothing like Fausika we na Fausika we. All I know is that the Bible says, you the man take care of me. I keep the home. I make the home warm for you to be comfortable. I don't know, I can't talk for somebody, but nothing like that has happened in my home where my husband will say, Fausika no eduane. It is for me to say that the way my husband cares for me and loves me, I will support him. But he cannot force me to support him. But if that is where you started from, you are going to continue. So in that case, make sure your name appears on the paper of the land. Yes.
Let me talk to the men here. Stop making marriage a contractual event. If you are blessed enough to get a woman that will pay for the food in the house, so be it. But every man here must understand. Please lift up your hand if you are a man. Let me tell you something. In the beginning, it was not so that women should work as men do. So men were born to take care of women. That is the original purpose of God. The reason why a lot of marriages are falling apart today is because we have drifted from the original purpose of God. Why? Because of our insatiable needs. Or baby or Sebio, Ejuma Nikunu Yeno, ebetimi asi 3 bedrooms. Ono so person si 7 bedrooms. Enti enuntina wo se ono so kopa adwuma bia, ono so betimi aye e de abo Nikunu. Name original purpose of marriage there. Bema, ona we man of your home. You provide for your wife, for your children, and for your home. And the woman's duty is to take care of the provisions that you have made in your house and to contain it. A man, no, the men that don't want to work, I'm on a say, hey, sister, ne papa na wine, ne papa ne minister of defense. Oh, and I'm the koboso, anya ne papa beheme. That kind of lazy things. Obey, oh, yeah, Juma bank, me economy no. Listen to me. Oh, yeah, Bema Bompire say, God should make you a man. Being a man in your home. The word man in the Hebrew means ish. The word woman means isha. This is the meaning. That the isha can only be completed through the ish. And so shall the ish. And so you have to understand as a man. Say nyame wadom na wanko school na kware doctor. E kire se wo anointing na ye didi yeye eba. For sa anointing na bompa say urade may yere a contribute to ache in the next 5 years. Give me ideas. Be forceful, pray, and God will make a way for you. E kwan ya fa so dinya oba o sika sen ono. Sa kwan no so onyankopon be activity anointing na udi be nya sika asen o yere. Meka kosi say Bema be a wuni sika nchen wo yere no umpa bo nya nwie peye. Sorry, never umpaye. Because as a married man, you have to have more than the house so that you can be a man, you can be a father, and you can be the husband of your home. But then, if initially it becomes very important because your job gives you more money, then that's okay. You can in a way. Now, let me talk to the men here. Let me talk to the men here. But minchire mo ana min fancy here. Minchire mo. Share. My name say if this is the right forum to say this word. My name say if it's the right forum to say this word. Share. Am I umuya Abosom? Am I Abosom? Wait there, don't record this. It's non-scoring. Hey, nipa onenetia busumi bia no hwe mojagu. Ukobu ni kwasia ama ne di nisika no aduane ama wadi. Usi dan wi a osusika nim. Emema no mumbe bebre ma nhwe ya ma wie ye nyefe. Ema nya nkrofo a yebu won kwasia. Ema nya omu ya abosomfo. Women see blood every day. One sheye emoja no beka setia wo ye be ma wo ha emu oba bia kwasia. What they deserve, give it to them so that God can bless and prosper you. This is a tip for every man here. Don't take women for granted. Don't use women. Don't abuse them. Give them what is their right, and God will surely bless you. Thank you very much.
She says, I am a lady who is married with 2 beautiful children and has a very sensitive issue to solve. My issue is that I work with this guy in the office whom I cannot keep my eyes off, even though he's also married. I cannot stand him anymore. The feeling and attraction is so strong that just a mere sight of him makes me wet and my nipples dangle in the air. It's not about money or anything, but I'm just attracted to him and it's natural. I am melting and in love with him. I don't need anything from him, but just the love and attention is enough. How do I get him to understand my feelings towards him? Because this is quite a sensitive issue.
She didn't say whether she's a Christian or not. Because if she's a Christian, this shouldn't happen. But in any case, if this is happening, if I was the woman, the first thing I would think about is to get transfer from that office. Because trust me, the man will not leave the wife for you. And you are also married. It's the first thing I did say what you want to say. A quite ben a free officer, many transfer every officer, na men ben man. But Anya Sana so ye Christo Niswa, bompire for self-control. It is wrong. I mean, you are married, he's married, you have kids. But one can be about the marriage. I don't know about the person's marriage. If the marriage is not working, she should rather be thinking of how her marriage will work. Because you cannot go and break somebody's home. You cannot go out with a married man when you are a married woman. So I will advise the person, number one, pray for self-control. Number two, seek counsel. And then look for things that are not happening in your marriage that you think that guy is giving you. She mentioned attention. Why don't you sit down with your husband and tell your husband, say, mommy attention. Look for ways where your husband will give you attention. That is the second one. Third one, seek for transfer. Run for your life because it's not going to help you. Thank you.
Thank you. Please.
And lastly, it is even better to resign from the job if you think that it is more difficult and be jobless than to do what you are doing is very wrong, it's very bad, it's unacceptable. Pray, get out of it. Either you run for it, you don't, and you say, how do you let the man get to understand? The man doesn't have to understand this. You can't entertain this. Run away from it. It's wrong, it's not acceptable, it will ruin your marriage, and you better identify it and understand that whether the guy, you are even blessed that the guy has no attention for you. Because if the guy had attention for you, you might have done what is wrong. Ask for transfer or leave the job or pray and suppress that lust that is in you, because this is not love. You don't love the person, you lust after the person. Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy. Please, the next question. Somebody is asking, in marriage, is it advisable to send your naked pictures and videos to your husband? Especially those whose husbands are bloggers.
I wonder why you have a husband. He has the opportunity of seeing your whole naked body. Why do you send a picture? Look, today, that thing we call internet, I hear there's nothing like delays from it. Nothing like it. What delete it cry? A bit me up up. What delete it cry? To me, na yasanya ishama. Apart from that, let's say you send your naked picture today. Your husband is going to the office. He loses his phone. Where do you think that picture will end up? Don't try. I mean, and then but it's a no. Because I don't understand. He's your husband. And you can go around your room naked. Why does he need a picture of you again when you are naked? Please think of where your picture can end up. Anywhere, in anybody's hand. And trust me, even if you delay it, it still exists. So it's a no.
Thank you.
A follow-up question. What if it's a distant relationship? Maybe the husband is abroad and the wife is here in Ghana.
If your husband is abroad, now there's video call. If when you are doing your video call, you feel like walking around your room naked, go ahead. But to put a naked picture on your husband's phone, I will never advise you. If he's calling you, you can decide to lie in your bed naked and talk to your husband. Isn't it the same? Never ever send any naked picture to anybody. It's not advisable.
Thank you.